and welcome to today's morning pot chart appraisals on Monday the 16th of October with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Hantec Markets. We've got a fairly mixed outlook really this morning, nothing too significant going on. We've got the dollar, which has stabilised to an extent after comments from Janet Yellen once more reiterating over the weekend that the Fed was sort of trying to look past inflation and sort of in its tightening, and it expected inflation ultimately to start tracking higher. So this dollar's just been given a little bit of support on the back of that. It's just stabilised in its correction that we saw last week. And you can see that through treasury yields as well. Just bouncing a little bit today. Friday was really strong to the downside on the 10-year, certainly, as the US CPI disappointed, and what we have seen, these 2-10 spread just falling back to levels not seen since sort of Q3 2016. So really flat yield curve there as a result of that inflation data. But as I said, dollar has been supported a bit today as yields have sort of jumped a little bit at the open. We've also had the euro coming under a little bit of corrective pressure today, which is obviously helping the trade-weighted dollar, considering euro is over half the weighting of the trade-weighted dollar. The euro is lower on sort of the political risk surrounding the Catalonian independence situation with the Spanish government. A letter sent to Prime Minister Rajoy today from Catalonia, suggesting that they sort of still wants to negotiate really, and sort of kicks the can a little bit further down the road. But yeah, the situation there is still up in the air, and also Austrian elections, which potentially might result in the inclusion of a far-right Freedom Party in the government. So yeah, interesting movements there. But generally speaking, what we are seeing, let me show you the markets board. Generally speaking today, sort of fairly settled, a little bit higher on sterling, a little bit stronger on the yen. Gold sort of buzzing around neutral. Equity markets slightly higher, and that's come after the Chinese inflation data, which came out overnight, which showed the PPI, the Chinese factory gate inflation, rising back again, stronger than expected, to 6.9%, which suggests sort of inflationary prices coming through the supply chain, which potentially could help to support inflation, and also its competitors. Sorry, not competitors. It's sort of supporting countries that sort of lead into that supply chain for China. So that's helped to drive a bit of sentiment higher today in sort of base metals and such like. So my sort of expectations, the expectations of economic data for today, not a great deal. You got the New York Fed manufacturing at 130. It's expected to be 20.7, and then the New Zealand inflation expected to tick mildly higher to 1.8 from 1.7 tonight. But my chart today is the silver. Now, what we have seen is silver and gold rising quite strongly over the last week or so, and again, silver has broken above a key sort of near to medium term pivot at 1725. That level had been providing resistance throughout the week last week, but then Friday closed above that level, and it's sort of continued to move higher today. Look at the momentum indicators having crossed higher, a bull cross on those MACD lines, pushing higher. Also the RSI up to 60, the stochastics in bull territory as well. It all looks sort of positive for pushing further higher. Next sort of minor pivot is around that 1665 area. Sorry, 1765. And then you're looking back towards sort of the 18-figure area, 1820, which was this reaction high that we saw in September. So this recovery in silver continues, and it's got upside potential if the momentum indicators are anything to go by. So that's not silver, and that's not silver either. XAG. So yeah, on the hourly chart you can see this sequence of higher lows. So you're buying into weakness here. You've got the initial support this morning around that 1730 level, but 1725 being the breakout. 1706 is also a basis of support as well, and an old pivot. Strong configuration on the hourly momentum, 40 to 50, 45 to 50 on the hourly RSI, and the MACD lines solidly above neutral. So I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I'll speak to you later. Thank you.